welcome back to Seize the Speed for another video, and today we're going to be going over my 2-year ownership experience of this 2012 BMW 335i. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get under the hood of this 335i and talk a little bit about what's under the hood. So this is a N55 straight 6 3-liter engine. This car comes with a twin scroll turbo. A lot of people think it's a twin turbo. It's not. This is a single turbo. The N54, that was the predecessor to this engine, was a twin turbo. This car has a lot of the reliability issues that the N54 sorted out. A lot of the oil leaks, the turbo problems, this car eliminated a bunch of those. However, it's not without its problems. If you want to get a little bit more info about this car, I compared this F30 a little bit more depth. Click the link up there. So the F30 body style was produced from the year 2012, replacing the E90 chassis of this car. And this car changed a lot of things. It came with a electronic power steering compared to the hydraulic. We'll talk a little bit about that when I drive the car. Also, they got rid of the coupe for the 3 Series. So if you're looking for a coupe of this generation, you have to move on to the 4 Series. Aside that, there were a couple of other engine options. The N20, which was the 4-cylinder, and also there was the S55 variant of this car and the F80 M3. All right, so let's hop in this thing and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. All right, so push to start the 335i, the typical BMW bigs and bongs. If you had one of these cars, you're used to it. I have a reverse lamp malfunction, which is actually one of the biggest issues I've had with this car. I don't really have a ton of stuff to tell you about. There's a little rattle, which is the exhaust valve. When the car is cold, it rattles a little bit. Aside that, this interior has aged pretty well. Materials are nice to touch. Nothing really aside these buttons wearing a little bit and white showing. The stereo in this car is ancient if you get one of the early ones. This screen is actually the heart of your BMW. It's where you check your oil level and all that stuff. However, it's not a touch screen. This car came with a 6-inch one, and it doesn't have very many options. So I replaced it with an Android 10-inch one. I hold the menu down, and voila, I have touchscreen. I have Apple CarPlay wirelessly. I definitely suggest you do this mod to your car. I'll leave the link down in the description below. But now, I think we should hop in and take this thing for a ride. Let's go. Alright, so the good old daily driver 335. So as I mentioned, this car has been solid, none of the typical BMW issues. I am at 83,449 miles right now. Bought this car with a little less than 70,000 miles. So no, I haven't been dailying it constantly, but it has definitely spent months being a daily driver between my 4Runner that I also daily drive sometime. But it has been pretty reliable. I've done the valve cover gaskets on this thing. I've done spark plugs, I've put tires on it, and that's about it. There isn't really much else I did. Preventatively, I did all the pulleys and the serpentine belt, because in this car, if you don't do that, they end up, because in this car, if the belt actually breaks, it ends up getting sucked into your crankcase, and you do not want that. So they sell kits to actually guard your engine from it. But all the nitpicky details aside, this car has actually been pretty fantastically reliable. Now, I'm not saying all N55s will be. They do have, their issues, their fair share of oil leaks and different gaskets that go out. But in my experience, this thing has been solid. And I couldn't say the same about a lot of my friends that own N54 cars or even S55 cars. I think this is the sweet spot of. But if you're looking to get an F30, I definitely suggest this car. The 3 Series for a daily, especially if you don't have kids, it's pretty comfortable up here. The back seats are a little more questionable, but if you want to see a more in-depth review of this car, go check out the F30 versus E90 review that I did. I'll put it right up here. As far as this video goes, this video is over. So have a great day, peace out, and I'm out.